Hello. I don't really have an intro for this. This world is just a default survival world. No bells or whistles. It's just if you die, you lose your things, mobs do damage. No settings are really ticked on this one that aren't by default. But all of this begs the question, why are we here? What's the point? Well, we're playing survival Minecraft, but that's been done before. And the thing that I want to do has also been done before. I want to do a survival world and try to get all of the achievements, but kind of integrate that into the world rather than speedrun, I get all of the achievements in 3 hours, because that's been done before. And I'm pretty sure this has been done before too, but I'm gonna have fun with it. I did so much murder. The first hour of Minecraft is always just murder. Because I generally don't like killing animals in Minecraft because I think they're really cute. The way I play Minecraft honestly stresses me out watching it back. As I'm playing, I'm like, this is good, this is normal, but I mined stone and then didn't make any sword or pickaxe or anything. I just walked away and then faffed around for another full minute killing salmon and just wandering around. I only really remembered that I had stone for a pickaxe a little bit into mining some of this cave that I found. I really do like post 1.18 terrain generation because it makes the early game of Minecraft so much easier. You could just find it's not surface iron here, but you don't have to go into the cave. It's all bright up here and nice. So I really like that. I did manage to find some sheep by nighttime so I could make a bed and not be subjected to the terrible nighttime creatures. Because I kind of have nothing. I haven't even smelted all my iron yet. After a night, I wandered around a bit and tried to find a good place to live, since, we're not speedrunning this. I'm not a speedrunner. And I decided that here was home. I set up my iron to smelt and made a chest so I could dump all my things in it, much like you do in the first minutes of Minecraft. I did make an iron pick and some nice boots, which are 2 more achievements actually, which is pretty nice. While I finished making my armor, I want to shout out the texture pack that I used for the cute armor. It's Flower Armor 32X Pink Elytra by JQY_ on Planet Minecraft. I decided to head in the direction of the acacia forest. It's not a forest. I actually don't know what this is called. I just call them acacia area or acacia forest. They have a name. I just don't remember what it is. When I noticed the village there, my first thought was that I should get some fish so I can get the complete catalog achievement. But there was very few fish in the ocean. It was mostly tropical fish, which cats don't like. Fortunately, this village was one of the villages with hay bales, which meant that I wouldn't have to worry about food for a while, and I also could not have to make a farm for a few hours. And then I noticed this cat. He was a really cute Siamese cat, and I wanted him to be my friend so bad. But luck was not on my side today. I decided to just break more hay bales and trap all the villagers in so that they can't get killed at night. Although, shout out to me for forgetting that you can't put sand on stairs. That was embarrassing. I decided that next I should go out on an adventure to try to find some new things still, because this village was nice, but it didn't have a lot of stuff in it. I really hate the crafting recipe for a boat because it means you get left with an odd number of planks, and you can't do a lot with an odd number of planks once you're not making wooden tools, and you finally made your boat. You just have 1 plank. You can't make sticks with that. What are you gonna do with it? On the ocean, I did manage to find a sunken ship which had some iron and gold and emeralds and a diamond in it, which was pretty nice. There's my diamond achievement. And then I found another one, because it turns out this spot of ocean was pretty nice and there was just a bunch. And you see him suffering from the age-old curse of block lag. And it had a treasure map in it, so I decided to follow it. I only recently learned how to actually read maps in Minecraft, which is kind of embarrassing because, to be fair, I didn't understand which direction they oriented in. I probably could have just assumed north, but I didn't know enough about maps to go, oh, when in doubt, it's north. But because I would Google how to read a map and they'd be like, you idiot, you just left click. And I was like, yeah, but what do you do after? And I never found my answer for years. And I finally did like a few months ago. I made a shovel and got digging. Honestly, looking for buried treasure is so stressful because sometimes you just don't find it after you dig up like stacks upon stacks of sand. But I did find it this time. And instead of opening the chest to see what was inside, I wanted to pick up the sand first because I don't know. But there were 2 more diamonds, so I didn't have to go mining for a pickaxe. And I'm pretty sure the cooked salmon looking like little sushi is also from the armor mod. It has a couple of other things that it changes the texture for. It's really cute. Before I headed home, I wanted to go into the jungle to get some cocoa beans and such, but it was starting to get dark and I didn't like dying, so I murdered more sheep. I could have made shears, but I didn't. I don't know why. I was just down for murder today. And then instead of going to the jungle yet, I got distracted by a ruined portal that didn't really have a lot of things that I wanted in it except that gold block. And I remember looking at that portal like, darn, I can't go to the nether. I don't have enough obsidian already there, and it's not like I can mine obsidian. I hit 3 diamonds on me. I could have, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I would have died. There's also this really cool terrain generation on my way home. It would be a nightmare to live there, but it looked really cool. When I got home, I finally crafted myself a diamond pickaxe and the rest of the iron tools and armor that I was missing. And at this point, it was time to do something that I do in pretty much all my Minecraft worlds, is that I make a little coordinate book. But I needed an ink sac to do that. I also murdered this pufferfish because I planned to eat him, which is kind of morbid, because the pufferfish are really cute. But honestly, there's nothing funnier than hitting a squid and they just leave. They go so far away, they're just like, nope, not today. I finally had everything I needed to craft my book and quill. Hopefully this would keep me from getting lost. We'll see. Because I have no way to actually time-lapse me building a house, I think I'll just show you after I'm done. But there are a few things that happened while I was building. Some pillagers showed up, and I was gonna get the voluntary exile achievement, and also maybe die, so I wanted to record it, but watching myself do PvE is kind of embarrassing because I just run away because I don't want to die. And I feel like I should have died in this fight because I just ran into a cave while they were slowly shooting at me. But I was fine, and I managed to kill the remaining 2 raiders at this point. I decided to drink some milk because there was no way I was ready for a raid. I had iron armor and an iron sword. I would get absolutely wrecked. This next clip is a lot of death mostly, because I basically got myself in a death loop trying to get all my things back because, as you'll see in the next bit where I show you around the house that I made, there's a giant pit that goes to a cave, and in the cave, I lost all my things, or I died, and kept trying to go get them back, but there were so many mobs, and I don't know why in the first place I went deeper into the cave instead of not, because that's kind of the crux of the issue, is that I had to go so deep into the cave and I couldn't see anything, and there were so many mobs. Although I did find a ruined portal, and I wish that I had just put my things in the chest there instead of trying to go get everything else, because I'd got my diamond pickaxe. Although at this point I was also out of iron from all of my chopping wood and mining dirt renovations, but yeah, I had a really bad time. I have this innate desire every time something happens like this to just put it to circus music, but I did that joke in the last video with the warden getting stuck, so I feel like I can't do it again, because that's just the same joke. I don't want to use the same joke every video. I thought maybe if I blocked that water off I'd be able to find my stuff better, but I don't think I ever actually managed to find the second half of my things. I just struggled immensely getting, like, the half of my things that I found in the first place. And then I went deeper into the cave because I thought maybe the rest of my things would be there, like... What was the point of that dirt wall? Yeah, that's what I thought. But it continued. I wasn't about to give up yet, even though I probably should have. And I am mentally kicking myself for the way that I built all of this, because it's just a straight shot down, so you kind of just take fall damage, and then I was getting there, and then I would just get owned by mobs. But I wasn't giving up yet. Back into the pit with me. Maybe this time I'd do it. This time, surely. Yeah. My thought process was maybe if I can just pick up my things, I can just kind of scoot them back towards the cave entrance, but that wasn't happening. But I wasn't about to give up yet. And I literally got down to half a heart and was like, I think I can still do this. Although, what else was I gonna do? I had no blocks, no tools, no way to get out of the pit. My only way out was death. And boy did I die. At this point, it was when I decided to get some torches, because maybe I could just stop the mobs from spawning. You'll see my completely empty ore chest with no iron in it, so it's not like I could just make some armor and go into the pit. The pit was a really bad architectural choice to include. I should have just bridged over it with some dirt and pretended like it wasn't there. But I thought it looked cool, and then I had no idea it would become a death trap. Yeah. This was when I gave up. I died 7 times in that pit. I hadn't died at all before that. And now, I may have none of my things, but I can still do a house tour. This is my room. Look at my potted plants, because there's not a lot of decoration options right now for me. I tried to do a painting, but all of the paintings are kind of... Oh, I did do it. I forgot I did that painting. I tried to do a painting on this wall, and it just didn't look good, because I didn't have the right center for it, so it would just be one block to either the left or the right, and it drove me insane. But I have a nice carpet, and I'll get to the outside, but right now, inside. I'm thinking in here, I'll put, if I get a dog or something, you can go in here. There's nothing in any of these barrels yet, but I have a lot of work blocks for, no, not that one, this one, for if I get netherite at some point, which I kind of need to because that's an achievement, but that's kind of far down the line at this point, but I figured I should get the block. And then up the stairs is my storage room. I tend to go taller rather than like wider with storage rooms, so I kind of needed a bunch of ladders. And I have nothing. And I think next episode I need to do some mining and some villager trading and all the things so that I'm not just sad. Outside is honestly the most inconvenient way to link up two buildings in Minecraft. Instead of just like connecting these two, I made a staircase down so then you can go around back to my room. And yeah, if we step back, you see the house in full. I don't know why I made the roof purple, but I really like it because originally I was like, I want a pink roof. But the only block I would really want to use is purple, and I'm not going to the end. And because I haven't really been down in the caves, I don't have a lot of blocks to make a nice path yet. So right now the path is just cobble, but I think that one's going to change at some point. I also made some rocks so it looks less empty. And now here's the part that caused my death, because If you ever saw the pit before, which I don't think you did, it was pretty shallow before, but I wanted to put some bridges over it because I thought that would be really cute, and it is. But when I was digging out all of the dirt, that was when I died, and I also ran out of iron for shovels. I used 11 stone shovels rather than just popping down into the cave, which, I mean, we saw what happened when I popped down into the cave. I did extend it back here, because I also appreciate just seeing all the mobs that fell in. There were some sheep in there. There was also, I think, a trading llama. It's just a good time. Yeah. I think that this will probably expand as time goes on, just because right now I don't have a lot of things. But in terms of like exterior of like the actual house, I think that's mostly done. I really like some of the details that I did because I generally don't know how to detail a building, but I just I use so many trapdoors and mine so much wood that I think it works. I also have this little thing in here. That's the house. You can also still jump over the pit. It's just kind of nerve-wracking, so I don't like doing it. Oh, he was in the pit. He actually got out of the pit. It's good to know. But yeah, that's the house for now. Here are all of the advancements I've gotten this episode. I actually messed up during this and didn't get me getting Not Today, Thank You, or Monster Hunter on camera because they were both two achievements that I just got by accident while I wasn't recording. I would just record everything, but I do not have enough space on my computer for that. I'm so sorry. But when it comes to more complicated achievements, this shouldn't be a problem, because I'll kind of not get them by accident. I'll have to put in a lot more work. Thanks for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. I don't know. It's your life, man. Before I end the episode, I also want to shout out the rest of the texture packs that I'm using, because I know I shouted out the armor one, but I want to give credit where credit is due, because I've tried to make texture packs before and it's really difficult. I'm using the Froggy Hotbar texture pack by Savin, I think that's how you say it, on Planet Minecraft. I'm using King D's Tool Tweaks by Braggle. I don't know if I need to say that it's on Planet Minecraft each time, because I think it's kind of gathered that that's where you either get them here or on Cursed Forge. I don't know if there's anywhere else. Maybe Patreon, I'm not sure. And also, I'm not sure if I'm gonna still use this texture pack when I finally get an Elytra, but I'm using this texture pack called Zub Neo Rainbow Earwig Elytra Wings by Chime Dragon. I might change it by the time I get an Elytra, but this one's pretty cute for now. And also, if any of these texture packs do anything that they're not supposed to, it's not anything with the texture packs, it's just because they're all made for 1.17, but I'm still using them because they still work, and I never update anything if I don't have to. The last texture pack I'm using is Get Flowered Light by Alyssa Jolt. It does you haven't seen this one yet either, but it does something where it basically adds little flowers when crops are ready to make it easier to see if you should harvest them or not, and it's also really cute. And this one's made for 1.16, and it still works pretty well, like 3 versions later, so that's pretty good too.